That's the backing? So I can be private so my fans can't look through the gate, yeah? I think the fact he's standing over there, that's someone that don't want to be on camera. Who's doing the lesson? Are you doing the lesson? So it matches my wall. Good lad. Good lad.
The eye for detail.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. See you in a bit. The biggest shift at FAOC is kitchen should be pretty much in. I think the appliances are due in the next day or two. The decorating will pretty much be done at FAOC. All the front glass of the apex is in and all trimmed. So we are now kind of getting to the point where flooring should be going down. Monday the groundworkers start, so I would imagine by this time in a week you'll be able to walk on site with a clean pair of white trainers, or certainly a new pair of trainers. You wouldn't be wading through mud quite like we have been over the last few weeks. So that's where I expect FAOC to be. Whittington Gate is nearly done. Plot 4 is nearly finished. Plot 3 is coming on. But plot 4, you'll see now in the next week, you'll see that closing. It will still feel like a building site today, but every action, every day, every single step from this point to next Friday, it will go from being a building site to a home. And it just comes together. The carpets, when the carpets go down, it just comes together.
Go through.
So, kitchen's gone in. We're waiting for the. We are waiting for the appliances. Then we've got a template the sides. The flooring should be going down next. This is done. Don't know what it was at with this last time, but the glass is all in. It's trimmed. This is decorated. The hallway is all decorated. So we've had a bit of a shift, a significant shift in here. It's all right, it's nice. I got Wendy. I'm kind of stolen Wendy's kitchen. Similar. Yeah. Yeah. It will dull down, won't it? It kind of go more stony when they come off, won't they? Is it shiny? Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. People don't realise the cost of having a machine in to cut grass, having a machine in to spread fertiliser, having the verti-drainer in there. No one really, they'll just think, oh, it's a few £100. No, it's 700 quid. They might go and check. So it's important that they understand what things cost, because also I've agreed to look after their pitches. I have a contractual obligation to look after their 3 new pitches. So again, it's important that they understand how I'm going to look after them, what the cost associated with looking after them. So when it gets to the end of the term, they're fully aware. They can see to look after a pitch, you need to spend X. Yeah. And they can look at the quality of the pitch that we hand over and what that cost for us to get it there. I mean, on pitches, you can spend an infinite amount, really. Last Monday to Sunday of this week, you present your invoice on the Monday or the Tuesday. I then check it. If it's materials or labour, my team will check it. Because we know in the last week, it's irrelevant, but I got an invoice through for some grout. And it was invoiced to one of my jobs. And I can instantly say, hang on a minute, we didn't have grout on that job because we're not tiling yet. So I was able to go back and go to my guys, where was the grout? No, that was for this job. Okay. So you go back to the supplier, you've invoiced the wrong job. Now you can do that when you're in that, right in it. This guy's delivered a load of invoices from 6 months ago. And bearing in mind, we've been paying him all the way through, and he's been presenting invoice to us over the last 12 months, but he's just found invoices and delivered invoices for the last 6 months on top of what he's already put in. My girls have to spend time now going through. They're going to spend probably a day, maybe half a day, trying to get their head around his account. And straight away they found he was asking to be paid for £2,000 that we had already paid him. It sours a relationship because he thinks he's not being paid. but he's not being paid because of his administrative shortcomings, not because of we have a very prescriptive process, and all of our subbies and suppliers, all of the ones that synchronize into that process get paid in a timely fashion. When you don't follow our process, it makes it harder for us to check and measure and reconcile your account. Sorry. So this obviously we're just doing the first cut after the winter, knocking the grass down. This guy over here, that's called verti-draining. So basically he's spiking, lifting the pitch, smashing the subsoil and aerating the ground to help stimulate, it's doing two things, stimulate growth and help drainage. So this is just all the preparatory work for the season ahead. Yeah, okay. This is one of the areas we said it was a bit squidgy. The soil needs opening up, doesn't it?
All needs opening up.
Yeah. So I think
we can't go anywhere near this.
You want not at all?
No.
Fine. Turn in these areas and stay inside. Yeah. That is so wet. How is that? Because he can't get on there. He can't get on there.
On that bit?
No, it's too wet. Why is it so wet there? Is it because like he said, they should be sucking the life out of the ground.
I think it's a low spot. So you got all the car park over there. That car park will drain into there. That road back there drains into there.
Yeah.
This field drains into there. And there's no way out.
So they've got a bit of a chronic problem with drainage down that side, but they're aware of that, correct? So you're right. You either cut it with a collector and take 10 hours, or you cut it every single week and you don't have this grass. You just knock the top of it.
And it's better for the grass because the actual grass is a fertilizer, right? When it decays, it's organic matter. It feeds the grass.
Yeah. All the appliances are going in this weekend in here. Heating's now on. You can feel that. Underfloor heating. Okay, yeah, that looks like a good fix.
Hello, mate.
You right, Dom?
Good, mate.
Do you like my confidence in you?
Yeah.
Let's get the heat on and see if we can crack your tape and joint in.
You've been on Sunday. You've been away on holiday.
No, I've just been walking around my sites.
Oh, we go. Just lying
On a deck chair. On a deck chair.
Been someone push you around in a wheelbarrow.
We have a bathroom. When you come here next week, bold claim, I think this will be carpeted. I think it's down for carpet. I think it's having its first clean on Sunday. There you go. There you go. You've got a flushing toilet. This is where someone shouts at me downstairs and says, who's flushed the toilet? Do you know, I honestly, I don't think I've been in there since you were in here last with me. Okay. Fine. Because this will all be being moved at the weekend. So getting this in, so last week we were working on the drainage across the car park into the balancing pond. This week now, we're connecting the top of the site with down here. This would just be laid in the ground, but here we've got to reinforce this area because at some point in the future, someone's going to drive across there. And when they drive across there, they'll crush that. So this section's got to be set in rebar. Should we tell them about Wednesday night down at the Oak? You don't remember? Should we share the text that you sent me yesterday morning? He does a 4-day week. We've talked about this before. How many days you done this week, Rob? Why do you love working with me, Rob?
It wasn't planned though, was it?
What? Why do you love working with me? Is it because I give you because I pay you so much attention?
Yeah, I'm trying to work.
What did I call you this morning? What did I call you this morning? The chosen one. Finish that now.
Done it, mate, yeah.
And I can drive across this tonight.
Not tonight, no, because I'm pointing it all.
When will I be able to drive in and out of it? Tomorrow?
next day, yeah.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Running that now, which, and once I've got this fire stock that's delivered on to me on Monday, Alex can fix.
Everything could just be so much easier if it was all automated. Like the conveyancing process. Like we've done the conveyancing for plot 1, plot 2. So that should all sit on a, once you've done that, it should be relied upon for when you've done 1, plot 2, plot 3, plot 4. It's the same set of questions. Now I don't mind paying the conveyancing fee, but surely, all right, I'll pay you £3,000, but surely you should just be able to access, pay a premium for plot 1 and make it easier for all the other plots. Because it's all captured in a, you know, an automated way. The pavilion.
Yeah.
The block and beam is just being designed now. Building controls instructed.
You gone in the ground yet? Got spades done?
Next week. Spence.
Oh, I should say Jason?
No, Jason ain't doing it. No, Matt's doing it. Matt's doing the groundwork, yeah. Yeah. So I'll probably keep my guys on St Falk.
Yep.
Because I'm getting a bit thin on the ground for them. So I'd keep them over at St Falk, keep you on Whittington Gate.
Yeah, fine.
Back to the farm, finish all off the stones. Then I want to do the front of the barn.
Yes.
So, you know, I said about we're going to close the door in, build the, where the shutter is. I want to build, put the stone in, put the brick across the bottom.
Yeah.
Get my chippies to do the front fenestration, and then kind of get ready for the doors to go on the front. I want to finish that car park area and them doors as if it was the entrance to what we're going to build, basically. This is just a standard Monday lunchtime for us.
That's it. Whilst Dave was going across the coffee with mac and cheese, he said, waiting for it.
Lou always gives me shit for eating out all the time.
His oven's broke.
I ain't got nothing.
No.
I've actually got 2. They went in. I've seen the order Thursday, Friday, so I'll chase Lauren in a minute. It should be. I was expecting them on the ground definitely today, 100% today. Okay, let me just. That's it. Let me get straight to it. What we're doing in here, this will be an ensuite. Because of the ceilings, or the angle of the ceilings, what we're doing here, this whole bathroom is going to be a wet room. So you'd have to step up into a shower. The whole floor will drain back in that direction. So that's to get round not having to step up into a shower tray. My slabbers will slab through the front here, terminating over there, right? So the slabbing, I think, is going to be somewhere about here. I'll send you the size of the slabs. And then, well, not really an island, right? But what I'm thinking is, I want a planter here, squared off with the building, right? So this planter here kind of comes to about here, to around there, comes out here, and goes across there, and is replicated on the other side. So whatever we do there, replicated over there.
In front of the slab.
In front of the slab. And then through here, another planter that's square, because I've got to wide that part of the house. Yeah. This one's going to be a high planter. So this is going to completely screen that extension. And I want a kind of a bleacher in here to hide that gap in there. Over here, so as this one curves round, comes round, it'll probably just continue on the curve, straighten out a little bit, over here, and then continue on the curve to there, and then over there as well. But create as big a parking area out here as possible. So looking at this in 2 bits, the symmetry, all the symmetry on the original house, and then that flower bed over there is just really, the only thing I'm trying to do there is conceal that extension, screen that. So you kind of, you have a path, It's just to get you a path back into this area. And then I reckon that flower bed, because it's going to be quite then that'd be better actually. If the flower bed here is back here, you'll have the higher stuff in the back, coming down to lower stuff in the front. And then that can just be hidden.
That flower bed will be back behind,
Well,
won't it?
that's curving round.
That's going to be plenty of width there, isn't it?
I might do quite a big bit of planting on there. Incorporating that in the planter.
I never swear.
Okay, you do. Every other word is a swear word.
We
Where?
had a whole paragraph conversation and I've not sworn once.
Okay, you know, because I said to you, Mondays and Fridays I get filmed.
Okay.
Okay, so
How can I help you?
hit me from the top. Go through it on St. Falks. I'm guessing that mess out the front was Scott.
You mean plot 4, not
Yeah,
supplier?
plot 4. Sorry, plot 4.
Not necessarily, yeah, and some of it I reckon was the bricklayers, but Bobby said he spoke to him this morning because I asked him to clear it and they said, no, leave it because we might use a load of it this week to level it out.
Yeah.
As they come down the path. Well, I say this week over the next day or so because they've not got loads to do. But Bobby's going to go there at some point this week with a jet wash and jet wash all of the patio, the old patio.
Yeah.
So once that's then clear, he can then jet wash then obviously that bit as well when he does the whole lot.
We need
hopefully so when
we need to get
finished,
some
basically.
topsoil into the gardens of both plots. I would say it needs to be cut super short, like given a crew cut, skinhead. You know what I mean? It needs to be cut super short, top dressed and reseeded is my gut. Today they're doing what in way of flooring?
Yeah, Carl is there this morning, latex in the ground floor.
Yeah.
Dom has boarded the back wall in the garage and is plastering it today.
Yeah.
Alan's mate, I can't remember his name, is in plot 3, finishing up in there.
Yeah.
Then tomorrow they will start laying the ground floor LVT.
Yeah.
Wednesdays is there finishing the electric.
Yeah.
Installing all of the thermostats, etc.
Yeah.
And the worktops are being fitted.
Okay.
Pete is there, so Bobby's going to go back there again today and make sure that whole garage is clear. Nick's going to go there after work, do the CLS boxing in and clear out any of these tools that have been left there.
Okay.
So that whole garage is completely clear today because Pete's going to go there tomorrow and whitewash the garage.
Right, so here's what we're doing. Slab 600 by 900.
Yeah.
So this is 120 away from the finish.
Fine,
okay?
perfect.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Right, then 120, 120.
Yes.
Then comes another 120.
Off the centre of
Off
that.
the centre.
Yeah,
so
fine.
240.
Yes.
We're talking 4 slabs now.
Yeah,
right?
perfect.
Then that depth there of the bed
is
120.
Perfect.
So that replicates that.
So then it doesn't.
But
do you know what? It doesn't need to be curved, does it?
No, it doesn't, mate.
Symmetry.
I'll tell you why. If you curved it here, you're going to have a triangle.
Yeah.
In the back.
So just straight through the front.
Straight.
Then it sorts your parking out.
All straight, all right angle.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why. And this has to replicate the width of that.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking at it and you've got 2 steps coming down.
Yeah.
It should be the same.
And then we can have lower planting through the front there, higher planting through the back to shield that.
Yeah.
What I was going to say on this, right? Just in case, right? What's that section there? How far are we here from the road?
You're 5 metres.
Right.
You're 5 metres to the back of it where your gates are.
Fine. The gate, we can't be. The gates have to be over. Right. Can't chop it. We need to 5 metres to the front. 5 metres to the front of here. So we're going to go that way. Move that over in there. Back across there. Try and keep that green in there, and that's just going to be where the bins go. No, there's a wall here. Yeah, sorry. There's a wall coming out here and a wall going there to the boundary. So if this has to come out, it has to come out. This will all have to come out. This is now ready for flooring tomorrow. Carpets Thursday. So this being boarded out, ready for plaster. Waiting for plumbers just to finish in here, first fixing this. I would imagine they'll be in the next day or 2, and then this can be boarded. So this is pretty much ready for plaster in here. So this has just been inspected on Friday by building control, so all the pink board has to be inspected. I would imagine now he can start slinging plaster on the board. Now this is all signed off. So basically, this pink board in the stairwells on 3-story houses gives you an extra 15 minutes in a fire. So typically you used to have pink board over stills, so it runs through here. That's because there's a still the other side of it. But also in the stairwells, just to slow the spread of fire down. It withstands a far greater temperature than this normal board. I mean, to be fair, it says it slows it down. In a house like this, yes, it's going to slow the spread of fire, but I think this regulation probably relates more to multi-story buildings than it does to somewhere like this, because you don't, in a fire in a house like this, you're going to be well clear of it before that's doing anything. But you know, it does what it's designed to slow down the spread of fire. You upset anyone else this morning? No. Okay, good. Oh, well, everyone moaning at everyone about using the tools that you left out, that you didn't load up at the end of the day. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
So I've ordered some more saw.
Yeah, okay, that looks good.
That's the 3 bags.
Fucking hell.
One for a bit over there.
Was Lauren chasing an invoice from them boys at the grass company, or are we paid or are we not paid?
I'm not too sure. I think it was paid, but I'm not sure if we got the invoice back.
Right, okay. So have you ordered your grass for this yet?
Yeah, not yet. I just wanted to see exactly where we're going to soil.
How far would you go?
I think to that tree there.
Yeah, and then just down that bank, that bank.
Yeah.
Do what you've done again.
Yeah.
So here,
he's coming about lunchtime, so I was going to chat to him
yeah.
about that.
When you put that in, come off whenever that post is in.
He said it's got to be right against here.
Yeah, he's going to fix it against there, isn't he?
Hey, we're going to fix it, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
I just thought about putting it in the ground, but I've got all the steel mesh.
No, fix it. Just fix it to that wall.
Right.
Get him to fix it, and then when he fixes it, come off there with your sets.
Yeah.
To there, back there, back into there.
So you literally just want like a metre
A frame, just a frame. Just so when I walk in here, you know, you can get the post without getting muddy feet.
Yeah, cool.
That's all. That's what I want you to do is maybe some sets on the angle to there.
Yeah.
A set through the front here.
Yeah.
Right? Set through the front there. And a set back there. And sets through the middle there like you've done everywhere else. Okay? So then this can be based up with some tarmac now out here. Prep this. This will have tarmac out here.
Okay.
From in here, you're then going to just sleeper as needed through there and around there and back here. This I'm going to use when I'm building my house is up there. This is literally going to be where all the staff park in the morning, right? This, and there'll probably be a site office down here. Yeah, we'll go over and do some briefing with him. So basically, with the parks, I think we'll get Richie Burrows to verti-drain it, because it doesn't look like it's been verti-drained ever. Verti-drain it, cut it, fertilise it, minimal. So basically, with the parks, we'll treat that in 2 fronts. We're going to do bare minimums to get it playable for this season. Bare minimums, because it's not going to. Yes, but bare minimums, not on the level of what we're doing at Larges Lane. Bare minimum to get it playable. Once this season ends, we're then going to do we've got an agreement to play on the parks for this season. We are negotiating a 30-year lease on that pitch. Once we agree our 30-year lease, and you're going to help me do that, once we agree the 30-year lease, we're going to do like extensive work. Larges Lane is going to be their main pitch for the season. The parks they're going to overflow onto. So Larges Lane will be their main pitch this season. Hopefully next season this will be their main pitch. But to create them a bit of buffer, they're going to go onto parks. They're going to swell onto the parks pitch, and then they're going to also overflow onto LVS's pitches this season. In 26, they'll have this overflowing onto the parks, and Larges Lane will be out of the equation. Yeah, that makes sense to you? Yeah. Perfect. So Bracknell Cricket Club have partnered with, or in the process of emerging with another club from Reading area. So that created a swelling. But they were already swelling because they were already over capacity on their main pitch in Bracknell because of their Colts games growing. So their demand has gone up for a few reasons. One, they're already at capacity on their main pitch in Bracknell. Two, they are partnering with this other club, and they're getting ready to expand into this facility. Is that Isabella? Isabella, are you ready to be Insta famous? Come here. Oh. Come here. Come to Bandad. Ah, she's got a lovely little new. Hey. Ah, are you just being cute? You going out with Nanny?
I can't see you.
Get your hood down. Right. Is that annoying? This is. Are you just being cute?
Isabella. Isabella, hi. Snug as a bug in a rug.
Bop. Bop. Yesterday she puked down my arm and I had to go to a meeting and all I could smell was your baby sick. I could just smell your baby sick. My arm stank if you're sick. So I had to wash that top. Yes. I don't like washing that top. But it now stinks if you're sick. And her sick stinks. But you think, how does milk smell so bad? How can a little princess like you create such a stink? You are cute, aren't you? She is. She is. Who's your favourite? Nanny or Grandad? Grandad. 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 This is lovely. Yeah. Yes. What did we get you last week, Isabella? What did we get you? What have you got? What have you got coming?
Oh, jumperoo.
No, she's got a pony.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
We got you a pony, didn't we?
We bought a pony at 6 months.
Yeah. Because,
We want to start her young.
well, it's my mate's pony that he's got rid of from his son that's got going up, and I didn't want it to go away because it's a good pony, and it's good to get them familiar early.